Welcome to the Realm. I'm Scotty Schemmel from Sports Realm, and this is a Sports Realm podcast. I'm here today with my two co-hosts, Severin Mull and Max DeCoux, and in today's episode, we will be talking about the NBA Power Rankings. We're gonna talk about the first through fifth teams and give our opinions on what we think those teams should be currently, given the current injuries. And I will start us off with my number one, that being the Brooklyn Nets. So these guys are doing great right now. Even with all the injuries they're dealing with, they're still like tearing it up right now. They have the third best record in the league. Thanks for reminding me of that, Max. And it's really a dream team. Like if you look at the players that are in the league today, it's led by James Harden, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Blake Griffin, LaMarcus Aldridge. They just added him last week. And then you guys got guys off the bench like Joe Harris, DeAndre Jordan. It's just a team full of stars. So I think right now they are the number one. And this is one of those teams out of the top five where I wouldn't really they're not like one of those what you would call like fake teams right now because of injuries. Because obviously the Lakers should be here, but they're not because of injuries. So Brooklyn should be up here, and they will stay up here the rest of the season. So Severin, what's your opinion on the number one team right now?
Yeah, number one, I would go Brooklyn Nets because to me they are the best team in basketball right now. But because James Harden is out for at least 10 days, and he's been such a focal point, their offense has really ran through him. I'm not confident that with Kevin Durant and Kyrie, they're definitively the best player right now. So I don't think they need time to get Kevin Durant acclimated. So I wouldn't go number one for them. I would go with the Phoenix Suns, who have been playing out of their mind lately. They're 9-1 in their last 10 games. They just beat Utah Jazz. They're feeling great. They don't have the star power of some other teams, but in the regular season right now, I'm confident that they'll beat any team. Max?
I cannot put the Phoenix Suns as my number one team, as if you look at their competition, they're 9-1 in their last 10. They've only played 2 or 3 teams with a record above 500. So I'm going to have to go with Scotty and say that even with the James Harden injury, even without Harden, KD just came back, had a perfect shooting night against the Pelicans. They blew them out the water. The Nets are still definitely looking like the top team in the league right now.
Yeah, my only iffy feel on that is you obviously want to restrict Kevin Durant because I think what he played 17 minutes in his most recent game, so you do want to restrict him. But I still think they're just so good. That team is amazing. So, all right, so we can move on to the number two. I'm going with the Philadelphia 76ers. They're playing great right now, and they're 35-16. So they're right up there with Brooklyn. They're right up there they're a top tier team. And like I said, with Brooklyn, they're going to be one of those teams that remains in that top five. So, everyone's playing great right now, and Joel's back recently, so I think they're just gonna keep clicking, and I think that record's gonna go up, and they're gonna contend with Brooklyn to be the number one seed. Severin, who's your number two?
Yeah, so for number two, I'm going with the top two regular season champions in my eyes, which is the Phoenix Suns and the Utah Jazz. Philly, I do think with Embiid back, they're going to be a good team, but I need to see them get acclimated and make sure that Embiid comes back.
Yeah. And
they're able to play well together first. But they are a very scary team right now. But with Utah, to me in the regular season, that's just a team where you just hope they have a bad shooting night, because if they have a good shooting night, then it's over for your team, because this team is just loaded with three-point shooters, and they kill you, and they have an elite rim protector and Rudy Gobert. They play both sides of the ball, and they just kill you with threes. So that's why I have Utah. They've been playing really well lately. I have number one, but Phoenix just beat them. Thanks.
I'm going to take Utah at number two as well. They have the best record in the league. They've been shooting the lights off the ball. They've been absolutely dominating through most teams in the regular season, even with a couple minor injuries throughout the season. And they haven't shown any significant weaknesses. I don't know if that's going to hold up till the playoffs, but they definitely are a top tier team in the league right now.
Well, yeah, so moving on to number three, that is why I have the Utah Jazz there, because they could be a number two. It's just really either way between them and Philadelphia. But I do agree they're very scary right now, and they're clicking this year. And it's like, honestly, it's been surprising to me to see, because last year when I was thinking about this team, it's not something that I thought would be like. They were good, but like I didn't see them to be this amazing. I don't know if you did, Severin, but yeah, I'm kind of surprised right now. And number three, that's where they're at for me. So, Severin, who's your number three?
Number three, I have the Brooklyn Nets. Okay, I didn't have them top two just because of Harden, but it's a scary team, best team in basketball. Max?
For number three, I'm going to have the Sixers. They've been good all season. They've shown that they can win with or without Embiid. And Embiid is back right now. He's playing like the top 3 MVP candidate he's been all season. So yeah, I'm gonna take them at 3.
All right. I like that, Max. So let's move on to number 4. See here, I'm just like I wasn't sure where, because I know the Phoenix Suns are really good, but I want to put the Milwaukee Bucks up there right now, because I mean they're just like they're good, and I don't know, it's just Giannis is just like so good, and that team is 32-18 right now. They're 3rd in the East, and I think they're more of like a long run team for me. I know it's current, but they're more of a team that I see like I know they're going to be a top 5 in the end. And they're just really good. So, Severin, who do you have at number 4?
Number 4, I'm going West heavy. I'm going to go with the Denver Nuggets. They're a team that struggled out the gate, but they have an elite player, Nikola Jokic, who's balling out of his mind this year. If they keep winning games, I think he will win MVP. But yeah, with Denver Nuggets, they made that trade to Aaron Gordon. They've been playing fantastic. Their offense is scary, led by the mastermind that is Jokic. And to me, if they're clicking, Jokic is playing well. That's a tough offense, and I'm picking them to be consistent regular season. I have no.
Well, yeah, I love that pick right now, because I looked earlier and like Jokic is just balling right now, like you said. I mean, the chances of him winning MVP are like above 60%, which is insane. So I could.
His numbers are just dumb.
Yeah, it's insane. But yeah. So Max.
Yeah. At number 4, I also got to go with the Nuggets. Jokic is insane. He's leading that offense of a team. As a team, they're shooting almost 50%. In their last like 10, 15 games, they've been going crazy. If they can catch a top 4, if they can catch a top 3 seed, I can definitely see Jokic will definitely take MVP. So they've been insane.
All right, well, yeah, so let's move on to the final team. Well, we're talking about our 5th teams, and then we might throw in an honorable mention at the end. But my 5th team is going to be the Phoenix Suns. I don't know. I love them at the end of last postseason, but it kind of, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right to have them up this high, because the last few years I've never seen them as that kind of team that could be playing like this. And I mean, I always know Devin Booker is a killer, but he is going insane right now, shooting 50%. So I think him and Chris Paul, and you look at the games, like their last 10, like Max said earlier, they're 9-1, and they're on a 7-game win streak right now. So they're a really good team, and I do realize like Denver is also on a 7-game win streak, but I want to put Phoenix ahead of them right now, because just they're going
the whole year.
Yeah. So Severin, who do you have for your 15?
Number 5, I'm going with the Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
They're a team that, I mean, over the last 2 regular seasons, they've been really consistent, and it's just a team where if Kawhi and Paul George are healthy, then you have to think they have a really good chance of winning that night. And I think they're just too consistent right now. They have a lot of star power, and because of all the injuries outside of it, I think they're a very strong team, and they belong at the top 5. Next.
Yeah. I also got the Clippers at top 5 for the same reason Severin said. I hope the trade for Rondo is going to he's going to be a good player off the bench and then come playoff time, elevate the team. And I think that, I hope that they're going to come out of the regular season as the best team, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's all throw in just one honorable mention. No other teams. One. Just one. Let's just one. Or you guys want to throw in 2?
Two.
Two.
Okay,
two.
Fine. We'll throw in 2. Okay. So we'll just go with both of our 2. So my 2 honorable mentions are going to be the Los Angeles Clippers and the Denver Nuggets, because those were not in my top 5. And I do understand that can be like hard, not putting those in my top 5, but I love both of those teams for the reasons you guys just said. Rondo can come playoff time, and I think he's just going to do great things for them. And right now, I mean, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, they need to get acclimated to a system better, but I think I could see that happening really soon. So, it's not like they're bad. They're one of the best records in the league still, but, So I have them as my 6, and then 7, kind of tied for 6, is the Denver Nuggets, because Jokic is going insane right now. And they just had that trade to acquire Aaron Gordon. So we're going to see how all that works. But I think that those are my 2 outside teams. So Severin, what are your 2 teams?
Yeah, to me, there's a clear-cut top 7. We're all going to kind of share the same 7 names we left out. But yeah, so I showed the West a lot of love. 4 of my top 5 teams were out of the Western Conference, but to me, it's the 2 East powerhouses in Milwaukee and Philadelphia, and led by Giannis and Embiid. They belong in that discussion. Thanks.
Yep, for me, it's the 2 that I left out: Phoenix, and then Milwaukee. Giannis. I would have put Milwaukee in the top 5 if Giannis was in, but even with Giannis out, Drew Holiday went out and copped himself a Player of the Week.
Yeah.
So they've been cold. And then Phoenix, I just don't think the competition level for them and their hot streak has been there for me to put them in the top 5.
Okay. All right, well, thank you guys for watching. That was our NBA Power Rankings top 5 with a few honorable mentions. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And you guys can find this anywhere you find your podcast too, not only on YouTube. So, Max?
Sports Realm, out.